wait a minute. Before we actually tap into this podcast session, especially with this feature, just to let you guys know, FYI, towards the end of the podcast, actually at the end of the podcast, there are some bloopers, some short bloopers before we actually started and did the recording. And and I hope you guys enjoy it. So anyways, stay tuned to the podcast show. Catch you later. What is going on, guys? It's your boy VG, and welcome to Common Sense, where common sense isn't so common. And today I have a very special guest. It's my boy Tresean. What's up, my G? How you feeling?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Shit, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling amazing.
That's amazing, bro. Same here, bro. It's a beautiful blue sky forecast outside with green trees and all that
trees
good stuff,
and,
bro.
and 95 fucking degree heat out this bitch.
Feel
for
like
real.
105, maybe 110.
Real talk.
So I wore shorts today, bro. I can't come outside.
Yeah, my ass come out.
All summer long, I'm just about to just wear like shorts, bro. I'm not messing with no pants until it's fall time at least.
Damn, bro, I came out that bit with jeans, bro.
Yeah, I see. You don't know what you was thinking about, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, shit. You is a photographer, so I wanted you to flick me up real quick. On the low ski.
You got the iPhone 11, so we can do that right after, so they can see.
Yeah, for real. So, guys, in today's topic, we will be talking about worth ethic, my G. And I definitely picked the right person for this because I definitely been checking out your Instagram, my G. Yeah, you definitely been putting in that work for real, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate it. I actually just came back from New York. It's today Wednesday. I came back from New York on Monday. Had a shoot out there with a very dope artist. Shout out to QDG and Debo Records for bringing me out there and allowing me to make their vision come alive. I can't wait to share this project with y'all. They got some dope artists out there, John, bro. But definitely having work ethic is very important if you want to thrive in not only business but anything that you are trying to do, anything that you want to put out to the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of lazy people in our generation, bro, and I don't think they understand work ethic. Everything, it seems like everything is just given. You know what I'm saying? No, I have the luxury of coming from a 2-parent household. Both my parents are married, but however, they did not give me everything. I had to work for certain things. I wanted new shoes, bro. I had to get a job at the barbershop, bro, sweeping floors and dusting young and shoulders off, bro.
Hey, real shit.
That's where I started at.
I had the same shit, bro. Like, my parents, man, my mom, you know what I'm saying, at the time when I was in high school, bro, my mom, she was the only one working. My dad wasn't working for shit, for real. And, at the time, it was just, it was shit I wanted too. For real. At times I had to work around the corner. I think it was called Campbell's Barbershop. I used to be sweeping. I ain't really get no bread. For that shit,
they didn't pay you every day?
Hell no, nigga. I came in after. I was
So what? The barbers didn't pay you $5 at the end of each day, or $10?
It was sometimes I ain't going that shit every day though. Plus it was hot as hell in that motherfucker too, bro. Them niggas ain't had no air in that joint for real.
Nah. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I was like, but I work for it for real. You know what I'm saying? Especially, it kind of like gathers over to this podcast. I mean, shit, I had to put all this work in to get everything like situated, straightened out, and buying these microphones, and I mean, especially had to think of an innovative way of just trying to make a podcast really work without actually trying to get like fucking studio time or trying to work in a fucking podcast studio and shit like that. So I was like, well, let me just go ahead and try to make something work for real. Let me just try to see how can I spin it in my way, whereas I have a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Like, they were like, where you started from? Like, shit, I started from just a couple little microphones, $30 microphones, man. Bought 3 or 4. And just an idea. And just the idea turned into a dream for real, bro. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, bro. That's how it is. Like, I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there, bro. We sitting in a car right now doing this podcast, bro.
Hey, no cap.
I'm like, literally on the story.
Bro, we put it in on the podcast for real, bro. We gotta like get it in, bro. Real talk,
bro,
because
got to, bro. It almost reminds me of myself and where I came from with my production company, my videography and photography business. Like, I didn't have my own equipment at first. At school, I was up at Allegheny College in Maryland. There was one night in particular where, you know, one of my classmates was like, yo, let's shoot the basketball game tonight. Long story short, you know, I got a camera in my hand and I just instantly fell in love with it, bro. So I kept renting out, well, not renting, I ain't had to pay for it. That was a good thing. I kept, you know, signing out the equipment in school and stuff, and you know, it was about 2015. Later that summer, actually the next summer, I think it was 2016, I purchased my own camera, which is the Canon T5, and then I've been working with that ever since. Started out doing video, and then I got interested in doing photography because I feel like, you know, if I can do video, if I can learn to do this, I can learn to do that too. So I had to be willing to learn a new skill within my craft so that I can grow and offer an array of services, which is, you know, videography and photography is my niche. You know what I'm saying? I used to do graphic design and stuff, but that just wasn't really my strong suit, so I dropped it. You know what I'm saying? So I think another thing, bro, is just knowing, you know, what you're good at and what you're not good at. You know,
even
that's
the things you're not good at, I feel like you can get strong in those. If you're willing to learn.
Yeah, you can learn it. You definitely, there's nothing wrong with learning it. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you sharpen it before you offer it as a service. You don't want to be weak, or, you know, somewhat good and somewhat bad at it. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, you don't want to, like, that'll mess up business for real.
Yeah,
I was trying to get those tongue tied right there. So yeah, my brain was in a little frenzy, bro.
That's all good. Cause I mean, especially, you know, especially when the last time when we had like that photo shoot, like back in November, and then you was telling me like,
we did.
We had that little photo shoot back in November, bro, and he was like, yo, like, I want to make sure everything is top notch quality.
Yeah, bro.
I definitely remember that. So like that plays a long way, especially when it comes to work ethic, because you want to make sure you leave a name and you leave a mark, and then as you know, your work tends to get really, really good, and someone else could spread that word like, yo, bro, make sure that everything is straight, everything is right. And I feel like when it comes to work ethic, you have to practice makes perfect, but perfect practice.
Absolutely. You have to practice like you're in the moment, bro, because if you don't, you're going to sell yourself short every single time, bro. Preparation is everything. That's what Kobe did, rest his soul. That's what LeBron does. That's what Jordan did. Why do you think they're at the level they were able to achieve such success at the level that they were in their craft, bro, in the sports? They practiced for every opportunity. They didn't waste time on stuff that didn't matter. None of that. It was just wake up, get better, practice in their craft, and that's it. That's all they did.
Damn.
Now, you know what I'm saying? That's it, bro.
Nah,
minus the other minor things they had to do to get to where they're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? I'll break it down in a better example. In order for me to be able to go full time, which I'm full time now in my business, you know what I'm saying? Thank God. In order for me to be able to do that, I had to work. I had to save my money. I had to build the connections. I had to, you know, build my trust within, you know, a certain amount of people. So that leads to endless opportunities. To the point where I don't need a job anymore. I can function as a full-time business owner and just expand and get better.
I ain't gonna lie. That was hard. That was hard.
Saying?
So let me ask you this: what was the necessary sacrifices that you had to make to have to like get that step forward?
Well, I'm glad that you asked me that question. Number one thing, I had to make a decision. This is what I wanted to do. I know it's going to cost me a couple things. I know I'm not going to be able to talk to everybody every single day, or my friends, or spend time on social media. One thing for me, like, I had to have the willingness to do it, and I had to be dedicated and driven and disciplined to stick with the plan. Another thing, I had to understand that I'm going to experience challenges. You know, one of those challenges along the way,
you have to be a competitor.
You know, one of those challenges along the way, it don't even got to be, it's not business related. Distractions. People can be distractions. If you have the wrong people in your circle, it will hinder you from growing. I'll give you an example. Now, I hope, you know, that they're doing well and everything. You know, to this day, I don't hold no grudges or wish bad on nobody, but I got to love you from a distance. You know, I dealt with a toxic relationship, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everything was going good for the first 2 years, and then the third year, it just crashed. Like, everything wasn't going right. I was, really stressed out that summer, and I was just sitting there holding on to something that was dead, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I had to have enough strength to cut that off, and as soon as I did, bro, I took off.
Damn, it's so crazy because it's like I had like a similar scenario, bro.
Oh wow, tell me about it. I want to hear it. If you're comfortable, of course. You know what I mean?
I ain't trying to like say, I hope that person is doing well and whatnot, but I feel like energy plays a huge role in how it affects your work ethic and how far you want to push yourself. Because you have to be surrounded with the right energy, and the energy I was surrounded with, I had to distance myself from it because it made me wanted to be like the person, but it wasn't healthy for me. So
that saying, you are who you what?
You are who you
hang around.
Yeah,
you are who you hang around.
Nah,
it's truth.
I got into a debate with my friend about that same exact thing, and I was like, "That's true," but there are people, that hang with the people that they're with, but they aren't exactly like them. Like it's like with gang shit, right? If people in gangs, right, they be like, "Yeah, I'm with the gang, all this other shit," right?
Gotcha.
And they not really about it, but they just with it because of the affiliation or the brand or how. I don't know how to say it. It's
like a situation that you were forced into. Like suppose if you got a kid that grew up in a project and that's all they know.
Okay.
I mean, is that what you're saying, or
it's not exactly. It's like
okay.
I'm gonna put it this way, right? Just say if somebody it's like, all right. I put it in this instance, right? I ain't got nothing against my niggas, bro. I ain't got nothing against them. But some of them are hoes. But I'm not like them, bro.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I mean, it's like I'm gonna put it in this aspect. Like, it's gonna be some things you're gonna have similarities as your friends, but there's gonna be some differences.
Well, I get what you're saying. Like everybody, I mean, you're right. In that instance, from that perspective, you may not be who you hang around in certain instances. Like, for example,
you'll have similarities.
You'll have somebody like, y'all could both be, driven and stuff like that, but this person might like to party and smoke weed and I don't.
Exactly. So, yeah, basically.
In that instance, you're right. That circumstance.
It's because it's like when you say, okay, you are who you with, that's ignoring that individual's values. You ignore how that person feels about themselves. You're like, damn, like it's kind of fucked up that you're gonna compare me to them. I say, I may be with them, I might have similarities as them, but I'm not exactly like them.
Yeah, now when you break it down that way, I see where you're going. You
know what I'm saying? I mean, my friend also, he made a good statement. He was like, well, he said, yeah, that is true, but it's only true if you can prove it to an individual. But if you're widely known with the group that you're affiliated with, you're gonna look exactly like them.
Right.
You can prove to one person
affiliation is another thing too.
Yeah.
So, for example, you seen with a bad group of guys or whatever, and let me break it down even better. You may not be with the gang stuff, right? But if you're in the car with those gang members and you get pulled over, and they got that Hemi not the Hemi, I'm thinking about the engine. They got that bang in that back trunk, or whatever. Ain't supposed to be there. Y'all all going down. Ain't nobody gonna say whose guns it is. The cops not gonna care about. I'm not with this. We don't know that. Everybody's guilty.
Yeah.
In that instance, that's what I mean.
Gotcha. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's important. Affiliation is important. Like, because if you gotta, if you trying to get a corporate client, right, and they see you, on the block or whatever, surrounded by a bunch of drug dealers and gangbangs and none of that. No judgment against them at all. I just want to throw that out there. They're not gonna want to hire you.
That's
true.
What
I'm saying?
That's true.
And I anybody who's listening to this, I don't disrespect anybody's culture.
Exactly.
None of that. Just want to throw that out there. I'm just using this as an example because I know it's many people listening. I just want to be mindful to everybody feelings and stuff. But I just had to break it down. It had to be stated, and I had to break it down to the best way that I could. You know what I'm saying? But affiliation, man. It's one thing that I've learned from being around this guy named Chris Hart. A good fella, man, good brother. That hired me full time to do his content.
Oh, that was like that you try to put me on, right?
Yeah,
with the life insurance and stuff like that.
The life insurance thing, bro. Like being around that culture, bro. It's helped me on so many levels. It's inspired me. I've learned new things. I've learned that systems, having a system will help you from stressing out and being all over the place in business. Also, I learned, there's 3 things you can do to, level yourself up. You can increase your identity by the books you read, the meetings you attend, and the people you hang around.
That's real. And it all plays into the fact there was something I read in Atomic Habits, right?
Yep.
And it said in Atomic Habits, when you change your belief system, it changes your identity. When your identity changes, then your habits change. When your belief changes, right, it's what made you who you are now.
Absolutely.
When you rearrange those beliefs and you turn it into something else different, then your actual overall identity changes. The individual identity changes.
And I see what you mean by that. And it's crazy you say that because, like, although all right, for example, I can, people see me maybe 3 or 4 years ago. They know it's me, but they'll look like, damn, bro, you leveled up.
Something about them changed.
It's something about them changed. Like, it's a reason why, like, I am the way I am. Like, my attitude has changed. The way I approach stuff has changed. What I tolerate has changed. Because I've dealt with a bad relationship, I no longer take BS from nobody. Not that I ever did, but my attitude is different. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have a stronger backbone on me. I'm more vocal. I say what I gotta say respectfully. But I'm gonna make you know I'm not to be played with. I'm not gonna be treated or devalued or mistreated any kind of way. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, you definitely can level up your identity in so many ways. Or even situations can help you change your identity. It'll better you. Experience will make you better.
If you're looking at it in that aspect, because a lot of people, if they don't have a particular mindset,
absolutely.
If a person don't have a particular mindset on the outlook of the situation, knowing that the situation could level them up, then they'll never level up from that particular wall or that particular problem that they're occurring with. You know what I'm saying? So they'll never level up from it.
They won't.
So it doesn't make you a fool to really distance yourself from negative people, because
It does not, bro. I'm telling you, it doesn't. You have to distance yourself, bro. If you want to grow and get better, and you want a mission, bro, everybody can't go with you. You gotta be willing to be alone. Like, it's gonna be a point in that time. Like, you gotta separate yourself, and only the people that really mess with you, will understand where you're trying to go. You're not gonna have people blowing your phone up, calling you, yo, where you at, bro? I'm trying to link up all this other shit, bro. Talking to me, bro. You don't call me no more, bro. You fake, you phony, all that, bro. Oh my god. All right, bye. Have a nice day.
All right,
you get cut off.
Real talk.
I don't care.
You gotta be hanging around with people that's on the same mission as you, bro.
Exactly.
Like, on mission and vision, bro. Like, when y'all all have a target, even though y'all targets may be different, but it all leads into like one overall goal of being successful.
Absolutely.
That's as long as it leads to that one goal. Like, you could have this route, he could have this route, he could have this route, but as long as it leads to that one goal, and y'all heading to that same like that same goal, then you hang around with the right people, and also if they elevate you.
Absolutely.
If they elevate you, then you hang around with the right people. If you feel like you've been staying at a particular spot so long,
yes sir,
and you haven't really moved up anywhere, meaning
absolutely,
if it's not around you, if it's not inside, if you haven't leveled up mentally, then you're not going to level up physically, because
you're not.
The overall outcome of mental work is the bread.
Absolutely.
Once you figure out what you got up in your head, you can get those files all sorted out and recognized, and you already done did your learning.
Yeah.
The outcome and the result will be the money.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that, because you have to. It's a purpose behind it. Okay, people know they have to spend money, but what value are they getting if they're spending their money on your product? I can use myself as an example, right? All right, I used to have this way of thinking, here's my service I provide. I shoot video and photo. Book me. Okay, why? What problem are you solving? Fast forward to today, this is what I would tell somebody. Let's make this, let's make this interesting. All right, Braxton, pretend that you're inquiring about a service. So ask me what it is that I do. 5, 4, 3, 2, click.
Yo, wait, you want me to roll that? Like,
yeah,
what's going on with you, Tresean, man?
How you doing?
What can you help me out with, man? What can your product help me out with, man?
Well, what are you trying? What's your vision? What are you trying to accomplish? Do you need content for your brand? Do you need some portraits for yourself? Do you need a video for yourself? Like, what are you trying to do with this content?
I need a podcast video.
You need a podcast video. Okay, cool. So this professional level podcast video that I would do for you will help you polish your brand so you can promote it professionally. Professional level content. What I just did for you, I just made you think like, oh damn. Certain words that I use to intrigue you and pique your interest. On top of that, this is what I do. I provide different businesses, brands, musicians with professional level content so that they can so that they can promote and brand their business. What do you see on television? They have a media team, video, photo to promote their brand professionally. Now, you can do it with a cell phone. You just got to use it the right way.
That's true. And that's why you got social media. And that's why you got all these promotional services. YouTube. Even YouTube got like a promotion service. When you upload a video, they say you want to promote Google. They go through Google, whatever the case may be. But let me ask you this. So,
what's up?
Even you as an entrepreneur and just, how many hours throughout the week do you really work? Like,
man, I can't even tell you, bro. Like, it's I be working for like, I know at least each day I'm putting in at least about 12 or more hours. At least 12 or more.
You feel like is that something that someone who wants to be in your same position has to do in order to put in those 12 hours?
It depends on what your position is, right? So there are many levels to entrepreneurship. By me, I'm still at the self-employed level, so I still gotta
So what is your max goal as far as being entrepreneur? Where do you want your status to change to?
Well, I want my status to actually change to CEO, where I oversee everything, and I have a team of editors, videographers, photographers that are out in the field getting the work done. That way I can be the CEO, not CEO, self-employed director, photographer, videographer. But it's going to take some time to get there because you have to develop a certain amount of trust in people.
You gotta
gotta build.
Just like building those Legos. Building that wall, building those bricks.
I wanna have my own production studio.
Okay.
That's why I'm headed. So,
on a day-to-day basis, like, what are the systems you use? Because now it relates to back where you was telling me, especially when you said in this podcast. And I believe in a phone call that we had like a while back when I was like, yo, you trying to be on my podcast?
Yeah.
The minute you said, yo, you gotta have systems. What are your systems? What are your systems that you use for you to get where you need to be? What are systems that you use today? What are the schedules, the systems? What is your plan? What is your process, bruh?
My process? All right, well, I'll be glad to tell you. So my system, bruh. First and foremost, wake up every day, 5 o'clock, say my prayer, hit the gym from 6 to 7. After that, shower up, eat breakfast. I'm in the office by 8. Then from there, just complete the tasks that you have listed on a separate. It'd be like on a separate. I use Google Docs for my stuff. I don't like my printer just broke or whatever. So I gotta you look off my phone and see what I'm doing for that day. That it helps me keep stress off my brain. You have a schedule, you have a system, you already know what you're gonna be doing. Certain days I go to the gym, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm in the gym. Tuesday, Thursday, I don't go. I jog around my neighborhood. Just like that. Same concept. Office by 8, and just knock out what I have to do.
So you just implement prayer, then personal exercise, food, work, And I guess depending on the days.
I mean, like, of course I have. Also on top of that, I don't just work through the whole day. I gotta have time to eat. I set aside time to eat and time that I just have a recharge hour where I just leave my computer. I may take a drive. I may go outside and walk. I may go take a nap. I may call my lady or call one of my mans and just conversate with them just to refresh and recharge, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I'm not gonna lie. There are some days where I broke my system and I gotta regroup. You know what I'm saying? It's normal. You know what I'm saying?
That's normal, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you may have something come up. Like, all right, damn. Like pops may ask me to do something or some family. Like you just never know. So it's just like you gotta just rebound. This, like just remember this day. This is what you need to do. If I can't work out in the morning, I'm gonna get it in. I'm gonna get it in the middle of the day and just regroup. It's all about making adjustments. You know what I'm saying? No day is gonna always be a perfect day, bro. You always gonna have something that come up.
I mean, yeah, just as many days. You're gonna have sunny days. You're gonna have rainy days too. You're gonna have shit that's just getting in your way. You're gonna have shit like wind, all sorts of shit trying to just stop you from what you're really doing.
Absolutely.
And
that's called another way to another thing that I do to avoid myself of being pissed off and oh man, I can't believe this happened. No, it's gonna happen no matter what it is. You might lose somebody that's close to you. Death is guaranteed. You might have something crazy that might happen in your family or something crazy, bruh. You just never know. So it's those things I don't want to think about, but I anticipate it. One thing Patrick Bet-David has taught me just by me watching his Valuetainment channel, bro, on YouTube, anticipation, bro. You gotta know these things are gonna happen. He even talks about it in his books in the first chapter of Your Next 5 Moves, which I'm still reading, by this way. But it talks about those things. You gotta just brace for it. I mean, it's not saying you ain't gonna cry about it or you're not gonna hurt, but it's gonna come. Rather if it's today, tomorrow, years from now, it's gonna come with something unexpected. So that's why you can't waste no time, bro. The pandemic taught me that. I ain't got time to waste.
And that's so crazy, bro. Like I be trying to tell people, the pandemic helped a lot of people too, vice versa. I mean, absolutely. It's bad that a lot of people lost their lives.
Yeah.
There's nothing on here just to be trying to say, oh man, the pandemic was entirely good. No,
it's not. There's a purpose in it.
That shit alter US in general, bro. Like people moving around different and a whole rack of other shit going on. But however, it also it enforced people to stay to themselves and actually try to learn themselves.
Absolutely.
And to a lot of people, I was going to really make a separate podcast about this within this show. Wow. I'm just going to talk just a little teeny bit about it. People feel like, okay, blah 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 blah. The Corona was bad, woo, 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 because you were doing the same thing before Corona and during Corona. That's why nothing has changed for you.
You have to learn something out of. I learned a hell of a lot out of the pandemic, bro. Like I said earlier, you don't have time to waste. It's time to get to work. That's the time where you could be executing your business, bro.
Who you telling, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Like people don't realize that. You can be doing so much self-improvement. Getting yourself right spiritually, mentally, physically, like just time to yourself. People may have been burnt out and stressed the hell out from work, bro. I know a lot of people that's like, man, I'm kind of glad. It's sad that people die, but I'm kind of glad this happened because I can rest. I get the rest that I needed.
You can kind of recuperate, bro.
Recuperate yourself. You know what I'm saying? And this, you might have family issues at home. Now y'all forced to work it out because you can't go nowhere. Think about that.
That's true. So. I want to ask you this. So what is the time that you implement for your days of rest?
The time that I implement for my days of rest?
Yeah, like you implement like the days you want to just you have to just like chill. Like when do you have a cool down moment, bro? Because I always see you putting in that work all day, every day.
Right now.
Okay, yeah, because we chopping it up and
literally right now. Like I went to New York this weekend. Like it was non-stop, bro. Like last week, hot, hectic, crazy, running around non-stop. Drove to New York Saturday. Didn't get there till 7 p.m. Rose up at 7 a.m. on Sunday. Shot to about 1 in the morning there. Then had to drive back the next day and handle some other business. And, hop on a meeting. Actually, that got postponed. But you know, I had to handle some business. It was to come home, get straight back to work. So it's like right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, while I'm doing this podcast, I'm burnt out.
Shit.
I feel
My
burnt
fault,
out.
bruh.
My fault. Here's the thing, Braxton. You gotta understand this. I gave you my word. I'm excited to do this. So I just had to perk myself up, get some sleep, and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like one thing. We were originally supposed to do it on Monday, but I was traveling back Monday, and I ain't want to.
No, that's cool because you told me.
I ain't want to break break the trust or whatever. Even though this is your podcast, I'm not about to treat it like I don't give a Ricky frick about it, bro. Because I told you I was gonna be here, and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So just having that level of trust in anything, bro. So like right now, like I woke up this morning. Thank God, I woke up today. You know,
gratitude comes a long way.
Yes, it does. I literally was just sitting there like, I got to think about a day off. And then I just seen this post. It was with Elon Musk. He said, I work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52, it was like, 52 weeks out of a year?
That's crazy ass hours, bro.
Seeing that, John, I said, do I really have time to take a day off? Nah, but I better. At least one, if I don't kill myself.
That's what you
I don't mean kill myself physically, like shoot myself or stab myself, but I drain down. So, you know, I'm just, and it was like, I didn't really, I'm gonna have an honest moment. Before I went to New York, I didn't really take the time to plan my schedule out. So that's why I was so,
I was just about to ask. I
felt so burnt out. So this morning I planned I got myself back on track, got my schedule together, and now I feel a little bit of pressure off my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying trying to recuperate from this long weekend. But it was a lot, but it's more so, just making sure that you schedule out your time properly, man, and don't try to think you can do everything in one day. You're always gonna have work to do. Just space it out. What's your priority projects? What's not your priority projects? Set deadlines for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You set deadlines, you're not gonna be in limbo.
What? And it's something you said, bro, and it also related to Atomic Habits, right? They say always in order to make sure that you do a habit, set and implement intention. And what an implement intention is when you actually write out exactly what you're going to do ahead of time. Because more so people do it, it's a higher chance that you're going to do it, because it's like you don't have a train of thought to think about, okay, what am I going to do this day? You looking to kind of, oh, damn, I'm supposed to be doing this. Now you done set that intention like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. So I wanted to ask about your schedule. So how do you usually schedule for your clients?
How do I usually schedule for my clients?
Or how did you even formulate the system to even schedule for your clients? Like, how did that even came about?
For me, it's many different ways that you can formulate a system depending on how you operate in your business. If you have a studio, then most likely 9 times out of 10, people would go online and they'll have to schedule a time slot for a studio. But I'm not in that position right now. I'm still at home, so I base it off of okay, what dates do I have available, whether it be during the weekday or the weekend. Most times my weekends are booked up. It's just based. This is mainly around like when they need me, and if I'm available, I create time in my schedule to go, do that particular project. Now, if I know I can do it, but I'm already loaded with projects, I won't take no more. I would have to say, look, my capacity is overloaded right now. I hear somebody else I do recommend. Boom. Yes, I said recommend, because I'm not selfish. There's other people out here that gotta eat. Somebody listening to this and may call me. Somebody listening to me right now may think I'm silly or foolish, whatever. I don't care, bro.
Love, bro.
I really don't care, because I know other videographers, bro, that can use somebody's service, bro. They may need it more than me. I can't have everything.
That's true, bro.
Like, facts. I've done it plenty of times.
Bro. Like, you sharing love, and you was like, yo, I recommend you to my homeboy who's doing blah, 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 blah. Yeah. You giving him the best. You giving him the toss. All you got to do is catch the alley. You been dunk that motherfucker. Like,
exactly. For real. Yes. I mean, people do it for me, bro. That's how I feel. People do it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not selfish. If you can take the gems that I give, take the advice I give you, bro, apply it to your life, and you work it the best way you can. That's it.
what is something that you value in your business besides perfection? You know, perfection in make sure your customers are happy. I mean, as far as yourself.
Consistency, discipline.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well,
when it comes to you, especially when it comes to the consistency and discipline, like, what are you consistent about on a daily basis, and what's some things that you set as far as like self-discipline, like you don't want to do it, but you do it?
What am I doing it for? If I do this is the level of greatness that I can achieve. That's the main thing, bro. If I do this is what I can achieve. This is the level this is where I'm headed. If I'm trying to get to the top of this building, I'm gonna have to walk through that door, either take the stairs or the elevator. But I may say, man, it's too damn hot outside. I don't feel like doing that right now. But if I know if I make it to that building, if I walk through that door, even going through the storm of this heat right now, I can get to my goal, which is the top of that building. Just a plain example. Some things you gotta do, some things you don't want to do. I mean, I love what I do. I mean, I do have my days where, you know,
you're like, fuck, bro.
Like, damn, bro. I mean, do I feel like doing it? But at the same time, I got people that's dependent on me. This is what I asked for. I have a goal that I'm trying to achieve. I gotta remind myself there's people investing into me, and I can't give them no half-ass, bro. I don't want nobody to give me no half-ass. I'm a consumer too. I spend my money places, and I expect the best of the best service ever. So I gotta be that in order to get that. Just like you gotta give respect to get respect.
Damn.
To get a check.
That's facts.
You see what I'm saying?
So, who do you idolize yourself off of?
I don't idolize people. I ain't mean that in a regular way, but I don't.
No. I know you don't idolize people. Like, so.
What you mean? Like, who do I look up to?
That's more so.
Gotcha.
That's what I mean.
By the way, I wasn't coming at you by the way.
No. I was like, okay. I didn't look at it in that type of. I was like, damn, because that fast as hell.
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy, I don't know what other question.
No, I mean, who do I look up to?
Yes, who do you look up to? Not
as far as like,
that's what I mean. Who do you look up to?
No, you good, bro. You good. Everything good, bro. As far as like, what do you mean in my profession or just any entrepreneur?
Who motivated you to have the mentality that you have, at least going towards your businesses? Towards your own business. So what are some great people that you met that helped you to become who you are today?
That's a lot of them. I can name a couple of them. Phil the Real, A-Kev, Nonfiction, John Bone, my teacher back in Allegheny. Those are some of the people that I started from the bottom with, and they seen me grow and they poured into me. They trusted me and gave me wise counsel to get to the level that I'm at. I can name some famous people, but I don't know them personally. They may I may watch some of their videos, but I've been around these folks that I just mentioned that have helped me, literally mentor me in the present, literally like in physical form, and help me to grow as a person. So those are people that I look up to.
So, as you was on the rise of course, you're going to be successful in the future.
Yes, sir.
What was like the most difficult opposition you had to face and just rising to where you're at now? What was something that you were just so iffy about, but you still took that leap?
Quitting my job, leaving the warehouse. I was iffy as hell about it. Literally. Because I was becoming so busy, bruh. And I, Chris Hart wanted to hire me to come out to Kentucky to do the video for him and all that stuff. And I was like, nah, I gotta work. But something told me, like, Trey, did you even consider asking your managers? So, it's like the day that I went to, I was supposed to go ask them, I ended up telling them, like, hey, bruh, this is my notice right here, I'm leaving. Because I felt a weight, I felt weight on me in that place, and it was just time for me to go. I felt stressed out. In that very moment, I felt that, I said, yeah, it's time to get up out of there. I ain't know where I was gonna go, but like I remember them telling me, like, yeah, it's about that time, bro. You gonna be straight. You're a businessman. This is only to propel you to get you back on your feet. It's time to go do you.
Damn.
And I was like, that was confirmation right there. Normally you would hear, wow, what are you doing that for? You don't want to, you sure you don't want to stay here? We'll pay you more.
Man, that's what they always hit you with.
I ain't get hit with that, bro. I got encouraged, and that's how I knew it was time to bounce. It's time to go do my thing. And I'm glad that I took that leap of faith because I am where I am today. I always got something to do. I always got work that I got to complete. Thank God I do. If it wasn't for him, bro, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in now. I ain't do this on my own. He did it. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's my belief.
And just kind of follow up on the statement that we was talking about earlier with work ethic. It was so crazy to me. It just kind of just dawned across my head. Whereas it was like, it's crazy that people judge someone's work ethic off something they don't like to do.
Right.
It's so crazy. Like a lot of people do. They're like, "Oh man, he don't work hard." Well, he don't work hard. Because he don't like it.
It's not something I love to do.
Right. And he was like, "He don't work hard." Well, put him in
a position. Okay. What is it? What's a style? Okay. What is it in here that fits your strong suit? What is it what is something that you like to do? You can have a creative person. You can have somebody that's been work for McDonald's or whatever, and they frying burgers, but they got a lot of creative ideas. They need to be in that corporate office thinking about content. They need to be with the marketing team. That's where they need to be at. They can help them grow that company. Like I was saying earlier, if that was the case, if you're making the company better, what's in it for them? Don't be afraid to ask for equity, bro. Y'all hit this target. This is what I need from y'all. You gonna want me to make it better? And especially if you see it flourishing and they're not valuing it. Oh, thank you, but you keeping me at the same pay level. What? You tripping? You're not about to use me like a rag dog. This another thing. Learning not to devalue myself, bro. Whew. I used to go back and forth with people over pricing so many times. I got to the point where I don't care. If you think I'm too expensive, go somewhere else.
Go somewhere
respectfully.
Else cheap, bro. This is
because people would spend $300 on a pair of Jordans, maybe $200 on a Fendi belt. Oh, you're not gonna ask the rent people to come down on your rent from $1,200 to $300 and $200. So don't ask me to come down on my price for no production.
That's real talk.
So you want something, you gonna pay for it, bruh. It's just straight facts like that. That's it.
Damn.
And knowing that people value me today, even my own friends, like, yo, they pay me full price because they know the type of work that I got to put in. I got to direct. I got to write out a treatment. I got to shoot. I got to edit. All of those things. I'm doing 4 jobs at once.
All by yourself.
All by myself, bro.
All by yourself.
Straight like that.
That takes a lot of hard work.
It's a lot of hard work and dedication.
Damn.
You feel me? So learning not to devalue myself, bro, is something, another thing that I've had to overcome and stop caring about people's feelings because, they're going to pay for what they want. Just like I pay for what I want. If there's a, last stop right there, they got, jeans for $80. I'm not going to get mad at the $80. I said, I just don't want to spend it. I just don't think it's worth it. I go somewhere else. I go to Foreman Mills. Find something cheaper. Ain't nothing against them. Hey.
Yeah, that's
go somewhere else. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just go somewhere else. I'm not going to argue them down.
So what would be something that you would suggest to young entrepreneurs that would want to get into just being, self-employed? What was something you would suggest them to do, like just something to start them off?
Well, the first thing is first. I know y'all. Have y'all ever heard of Prince Donnell? He's on Instagram. He has
Prince Donnell. Oh yeah, I'm hip to him. I'm hip to him.
Hey,
bro with the beard, he have a little Tacky Jackson. I'm hip to him. I follow him on Instagram.
So I seen a IG video, IG reel he put up. So it was a dude standing on the top of a building, right? And he was yelling down at Don. So he said, "Hey Don, I'm thinking about starting an LLC." He said, "All right, cool. For what? I don't know. What you gonna sell? I don't know. So what the hell you starting it for?" So I'm sorry, bro. I had to
hey, bro.
I had to throw that joint in there, bro.
He said you gonna start an LLC to help. The hell fuck you starting it for?
You ain't even know what you want to sell. Like, what's your product? So, all seriousness, to bring it back down, the first thing that I would suggest anybody figuring out what product, like what product are you having to offer? Who is your target audience? Those are things that you need to know.
Ooh.
What's the company's mission? How can this benefit people? Obviously, we gotta make you're gonna have to cost. It's gonna not the cost. You're gonna have to charge a certain cost, but it has to be something that is valuable to. You gotta make people believe like this is valuable. You need this. You see what I'm saying?
Nobody else gonna buy you besides yourself. That's
exactly.
The best thing.
You can't sell yourself. How you gonna sell somebody else? And business ain't cheap, bro. You gotta deal with everything.
Right,
you gotta deal with everything.
What was the expenses? Like, what did you really start off with? I understand you were starting off with the camera, but what was really the basic stuff that you start off with when you were starting your business, man? Like,
before I even thought of the idea of actually, production company, I was just taking pictures off of my iPhone when I was at work at Six Flags, bro. And I was just saying, damn, I could really do something with this. So
man.
I started off taking pictures off my iPhone. Then I had bought me the Canon T5. Started familiarizing myself with that. Did some shoots for free when I started off. I mean, I wasn't at the level that I am now. I was growing, trying to develop. And by me doing that, I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good and the good that I've grown. I was able to grow, elevate my skill. The bad, people that done bad business with me. You know what I'm saying? I did a video, music. I only charged these dudes $15 for a music video, bro. I only got $5 out of that because 3 of them were supposed to pay $5 a piece. And I was just like, this is just ridiculous.
Damn,
but I was cool with it though. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't tripping because I was learning. That forced me, okay, I need a contract, a service agreement. You don't sign it and pay me a deposit, you're not getting a date. That shows me that you're serious about what you're trying to do.
Real talk. Damn.
I had so many instances where, all right, youngsters were like, yeah, book me for this date. Then on the day of not, cancel that.
What?
Huh?
Fuck wrong with you?
Cancel what? Okay, cool.
Okay,
so
bro.
what do I need to do to avoid this? Contracts and the reservation deposit. You don't sign the contract or put down the reservation deposit, bro, which locks in your date. You're considered not booked. I'm not saving the date for nothing. I got things I gotta do, especially now, bro. I don't got time to waste. I don't play about my time and I don't play about my bread.
Real talk, because time is your greatest
money,
asset and your worst enemy too.
Exactly. This is all I do. That's all I do. So I'm gonna take it serious. Just know you gonna get your money's worth out of me. I promise you that. I'm not gonna let you take yourself as a joke at all. I'm gonna tell you respectfully, like, yo, bruh, I feel like this scene right here, you slacking.
And see, people don't like criticism. That's crazy.
They don't. They're like, bro, what you mean? I'm just trying to help you.
What you talking about, bro? Like,
you're paying me for your production. I'm not about to let you half-ass yourself.
Like my nigga, I'm the photographer, bro. I can see the angles,
it's
bro.
It's not even about that. It's about them at that point.
I mean, that's how I took it when the time. I was like, bro. I'm like, you probably already know. I'm saying, know what's up for real. When we was doing that photo shoot, I was like, you would y'all like take the floor because you kind of like experience in that area. I'm like, you might see something that I don't see.
Right, you might see something that I don't see. So I always value opinion too. So if my client is, hey, bro, can we try this angle? Cool, I do it. If it look right, then we use it. If not, we just not gonna use it. Better to get it than not have it. If somebody's paying me for a service, I'm humble enough to be like, okay, yeah, sure, let's try that. Let's see what that looks like.
And I feel like that's definitely a huge thing in business, just being open-minded about that.
Absolutely.
I think open-minded is just, I think that's also a sign of maturity too, bro.
Absolutely.
Just being very open-minded about a lot of situations. Mm-hmm. And sometimes being open-minded means also being open-minded to the other person's perspective. Absolutely. And seeing how the way that person thinks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Or seeing their opinion and just seeing the way they think. Like, trying to come to understanding and it's trying to come to an understanding the way why this person thinks this way. And sometimes it's called being compassionate too. Mm-hmm. Being compassionate can come in two forms of ways. Being compassionate is understanding that you don't understand.
Absolutely.
Being compassionate also means trying to understand someone else's perspective and actually grasping and understanding why this person is thinking this way instead of just judging them off of why are you thinking that. You didn't grasp and understand why this person think this way. You don't know what experiences that person has been through. that forced them to think this way.
You don't know who they have a connection with either.
Exactly, and it's just being closed-minded to being open-minded. You're basically cheating yourself, bro.
You playing yourself, like DJ Khaled would say, bro. Like, you're not open-minded, you're gonna close yourself to other open opportunities.
That same thing with like experiencing with your craft. If you're not open-minded to different types of styles, different types learning, absolutely, bro.
That's a big thing. You can't. Oh, bro, I'm just so glad you said that. One thing for me, I had to catch myself at one point. I feel like I became cocky a little bit. I mean, it wasn't noticeable, but just within myself, as far as learning something new. Like, alright, I'm good enough. I was like, hold up, pause. You want to be good enough, or do you want to be great? There's a big difference between the two. Good enough is average. Great is another level.
Oh, it's so crazy you said that, because, I literally looked at a Steve Harvey podcast that I posted on my Instagram page, right? And he had said, greatness and being successful is two completely different things. Greatness, there's no money in greatness. It's the way you carry yourself.
Absolutely.
It's the way you show appreciation to people. It's your actions that it helps improve someone else. That is what's being great. Being great does not mean money. Does not mean any of those things.
Absolutely. What's successful? What did he say about successful though?
He had said something about being successful. I forgot, damn it. I knew what he said about greatness. I definitely do.
Look, if you don't remember that, then
I'm seeing that podcast too.
Yeah, definitely send me that jump, bro. I like Steve. My lady, shout out to Nala. I love you, babe. I'm gonna make sure she hit his jump.
Oh yeah, of course.
She actually got me started on listening to Steve Harvey stuff.
Steve Harvey, go,
yeah,
bro.
But he like that, bro. Like I bang with him.
Everybody will be like, man, I hate that nigga. What? As we talking about before this.
What's the hate about him? Is it because he's putting in the time that you're not? Is it because he's achieved a level of success that you can achieve as well? What? And another thing, speaking on success, bruh, success is what you make it. Just because you're not in front of a television on MTV Jams or BET does not mean you're not successful. Do you realize that YouTube, anybody can discover you at any given moment?
All it takes is puts that work in, bro.
Put the work in.
And I feel like it's different.
They're doing the same thing we're doing right now, working. Putting the work in. They're just on, I mean, of course, another platform, but we have those same platforms, bro. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok,
shit,
all that stuff. But the algorithms are crazy.
Oh, TikTok is booming.
Oh, booming like Metro,
what's
bro.
Metro booming?
Metro booming. What's some more? You know what I'm saying? All that, bro. Like, you got the same resources. They know how to market it, and that's something that you got to know how to do with your business. You got to know how to market it. You know what I'm saying? To your target
audience. That's why I asked you yesterday. I was like, yo, bro, how do I do like promotional marketing? Because I know you deal with like a lot of entrepreneurs.
Know your target audience. Use hashtags when posting.
I do that all the time.
Instagram Reels will get you a lot of more views, bro.
Bro, my bro Nizzy, really shout out to him, bro. He literally told me the same. He was like, bro, use your Reels, bro. And you could damn near hit like 1,000 or something. Like
in a matter of minutes. I've done it before, bro.
That shit just goes just like that.
It goes just like that. Like, people will like it, comment, you don't even know. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you know. And I think, you know, using Instagram and these social media platforms as a marketing value to elevate like your business, I feel like the one thing to not be concerned about is the likes.
Bruh.
I struggled with that so much when I was doing art. When I was doing art, bro, I was like, damn, I didn't get enough likes, enough comments. But especially when I'm doing something with a podcast, right? I think the main thing I should be focusing on, honestly, is the reach. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the algorithms,
you're trying to reach.
Yes, the perfect reach
answer. Another thing with the likes and the views, bro. People cannot like your stuff and discover you.
Oh God, bruh.
Like Phil the Real, my man Phil the Real told me when he first hired me to do his first do his video. Said, y'all, bro, I've been watching you. I just didn't like none of your stuff. but I've been watching. I like your work.
Everybody's looking at you, bro.
People are looking at you, and you don't even know it. That's why it's vitally important who you associate yourself with. Be mindful of what you do on social media, because it can hurt. It can either help you or hurt your image. That's why I wanted to say this earlier, too. I'm so glad we came back around to this. I know, like, you know, it's a good talk right now, bro. We kind of like... We anywhere, bro.
We good, though. We good, though.
But like, I'm glad I thought about this now,
it's nothing but gems being tossed, and that's the purpose. Like, when we was talking about earlier, this is the purpose of the podcast.
Absolutely.
Tossing these gems, helping the people to learn, understand from where we come from. Giving them another insight or another way of how other people look at the world. It can possibly change their, view of the way they look at it. But,
absolutely. To continue what I was saying about the associations and stuff like that. Again, no harm, no foul to anybody, you know, that I've done video for. I'm very thankful for everybody that has invested into me. You know what I'm saying? I don't take it lightly. Y'all the reason why I am where I am today. So thank you. However, I had to separate myself from the trap video scene. My page, like you know, bro, my page was flooded with a lot of trap videos and a mix of other stuff. That was a mix of other things. So I had to clean that up, man. You know, I had to clean my. I had to revamp my page, and I had to distance myself from that kind of work. You know what I'm saying? That's not the kind of work that I want. You know, I could have risked my life in a couple of those situations, but something could have went wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in an area that I don't belong. I don't come from the hood or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't come from there. So why would I put myself in that bracket? Am I gonna look at it for the money? Or am I going to think smart and look at it, where am I going to grow from this? You see what I'm saying? Now, like I said, no disrespect, harm, or foul to anybody, but let me reword that. Where am I going to grow in terms of where I want to go? Where do I want to go? Is it the trap, or do I want to go to another level and, you know, in another area? It just depends on what you want. I know being there, that's not going to get me to where I want to go. I can't connect with the people I need to in, you know, on trap videos. Like, say if somebody that wanted to do trap videos, they're not going to get exposed or, you know, to the trap video area if they're doing corporate level projects.
Bro.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's just about where you know, how you position yourself.
I got 2 words.
And they are? Drum roll.
All right. The 2 words are my nigga. Cause that shit was real as fuck. That shit was real as fuck. That shit got me over here thinking like, damn, he really
funny, bro.
He said, bro, really spitting. I just feel like I picked the right person to be on this podcast. Some real shit.
Definitely, bro.
That's some real shit.
It's an honor to be in this jump, bro.
Yo, I mean, it's crazy because now I can look back on this, bro. Like, bro, I did a podcast in a car.
Yeah, bro.
That's just some real shit. Like,
we on a roof. We have a place to do it. You got your setup, your equipment here.
Some slight shit.
That's all it is, bro. That's literally all it is, bro.
You got any more statements?
What I will, you know, lead the people with, before we, you know, get off here. You can accomplish anything that you want. You just gotta put the work in. You know, be disciplined, be consistent, and put God first. And I promise you, He's gonna open doors that you never thought that you will never be open for you, bro.
And just
ladies and gentlemen, that's all I gotta say.
And just lastly, on my end of the bargain, you know, I got a little something to slide on that too. When you live in a world like this, your beliefs of what you can become and overcome is what determines your life.
Absolutely.
Whatever your beliefs are, it's your mindset.
Your mindset can either help you or break you.
It can set you afar. And don't worry about, you know, people who don't think like you won't understand you.
Right.
And the truth is only true to those who understand it.
Absolutely.
So
it's a fact.
I mean, I think that's it, bro. I think
bro. Like
we murdered it. We murdered it. We murdered it. This one.
We laid it out to him, man. You know, somebody gonna take something from this, and you know, apply it to themselves, and they can help them. And you know, just make sure y'all, you know, drop a like, comment,
Shit,
make
sure you share, for
share
real.
this joint, bro. Subscribe to my man YouTube, bro. He's doing great things, and just remember, I said this Common Sense podcast will blow up, and y'all gonna know. If y'all don't know, y'all don't know who he is, but you gonna know, bro.
You gonna know today. You gonna know today.
I'm off the mic now.
All right, my G. All right. As always in the podcast, yo, faith plus great work ethic creates vulnerable opportunity. All right. Stay blessed. Show gratitude, and I catch you guys in the next episode of Common Sense.
Check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Hello.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Ski.
Hey. Hey, yo, what you doing over there?
What's your name, baby girl? What's your name?
Excuse me. I know you hear me talking to you.
Please don't ignore me, baby.
Don't leave me.
Please. Please. Please.
Please. Oh, dear daddy.
Yes, sir, Ski. Yes, sir, Ski. Hey, bro, I gotta answer this info.